If we can actually give a young person a stake and an understanding and an involvement which stretches the period of their learning beyond just a discrete hour, they may pick up a concept and work further with it in another subject area.
The Director of Specialism at Droitwich prompted me into leading an investigation linking cross-curriculum areas. We particularly focused in on health and fitness and linking it in with maths and science.
We actually sit down, look at what the curriculum is asking us to involve, and we look at the spreadsheet and database and see what we can actually draw out of this information and link it to each topic and each subject area. They would see the links between the subjects as opposed to doing it once in PE and then 5 weeks later doing it in science and then 2 weeks down the line in maths.
I think it sounds good, and giving members of staff the opportunity to talk to those students that have been involved and see how confident they are and how enthusiastic they are about it.
From that information collected, the subject team leaders and ideas discussed, we then produced a cross-curricular map.
Like somebody else told me how the food that we eat, this energy gets taken into the body. Yep.
When you eat food, when it goes into your small intestine, then the glucose will go through the wall of the small intestine.
There are some really good words there, that's brilliant.
It was formulated around what science were already delivering and the time that they were delivering it, and also how maths could then use the information collected.
So you need to think, when you go to your PE lesson, rather than thinking, we've done biology, now we're doing PE, you need to come up with these same ideas because they all link through. We obviously try and develop the learner in science, and you have a certain number of science lessons a week. The more that you can be re-emphasising points in PE and maths, they're going to get a bigger picture of what's going on. And we all learn in completely different ways, so if we've got one strand that we can follow through in different subjects, we're going to access different students in different ways.
And stop. Find your pulse rates. Find your sheets of paper and record your score, please.
The success I've seen within the maths department is that pupils are more enthusiastic, and they always talk about the link between the subjects. They always relate the data to, for example, physical education and what impact that data has upon them, and they find it really interesting, and I feel that they are more successful. So firstly, before I get us to plot them, what do we expect our resting heart rate to look like in comparison to, say, you doing some low intensity exercise? Young lady here at the front.
It would be the lowest one.
So you'll do an exercise. Do you think your heart rate's going to increase or decrease? The feedback from the pupils is that they feel more successful in their own learning, and they feel they're becoming more independent learners.
Students are starting to make more informed decisions about their own health and fitness. And, I mean, ideally, we want them to become more confident, more responsible learners in the future.
It makes you sort of think about what I'm eating inside and out of school, and about the activities I'm doing inside and out of school.
Subjects like maths, you wouldn't usually analyse and interpret real data, you would just do fictional things, and you kind of, when you do this, you kind of relate it to real life and how you would do it when you're in a job or something.
The new secondary curriculum has produced new programmes of study which have enabled flexibility across curriculum areas, and that has facilitated this whole process.
I want to go into sport when I'm older, and I think it's making me realise that I need to tie in more lessons than just PE.